It's not a Laramie value.
Greg Parati. I met today with two longtime Laramie residents, Marge Murray and Allison Mears, two social service workers who taught me a thing or two.
Now, what Laramie used to be like back when Marge was growing up, well, it was mostly rural.
Yeah, it was. I enjoyed it. All of my kids had horses.
Well, there was just more land. You could keep your pet cow, your horse, your little chickens. You know, just have your own little bit of acreage.
Yeah, I could run around the house in my all-togethers, do the housework when the kids were in school, and nobody could say a thing. And if they got my clothes.
Well, that's their problem.
I just want to make sure I got your expression right. In your all-togethers?
Well, yeah, honey. Why wear clothes?
Oh my God, how's he going to use that in his play?
So, this was a big ranching town, yeah?
Oh, not just ranching. This was a big railroad town at one point. You know, well, back before they moved everything to Cheyenne and Green River and Omaha. So now, well, it's just another drive-through spot for the railroad. But even what it was back in the 50s, well, they had one big roundhouse, and they had such a shop they could build a complete engine.
Yeah, my mom works there.
Your mom worked in a
She
roundhouse?
watched the engines! And her name was Minnie, so we used to sing her that song. You know that song?
What song?
From the roundhouse, Minnie, they keep courting you there.
But I'll tell you, Wyoming is bad in terms of jobs. I mean, sure, the university has the big high whoop-de-doo jobs, but like, in Wyoming, unless you're a professional, the bulk of the people are working minimum wage jobs.
I've either been in the service industry or bartending my whole life. Oh, now I know everybody in town.
And she does.
And I do. See, the thing is, in Laramie, there's a difference. What it is a class distinction. You got the well-educated and the ones that are not. And the well-educated don't know why, the ones that are not don't just go get educated. That's what I told you before. My kids have to fight because their mama was a bartender.
She was the best damn bartender in town, though.
And I was. Now that's not bragging. That's a fact.
But here in Laramie, if it wasn't for the university, well, we'd just be SOL.
What's SOL?
Do I have to say it? Oh God, well, shit out of luck. Oh, you've got that on your tape now. Boy, you're getting an education today.
Yeah, I sure guess I am. So, what was your guys' response when this happened to Matthew Shepard?
Well, I've been close enough to the case to know many of the people. My daughter's on the sheriff's department. And as for the gay issue, I don't really care which way you swing as long as you don't bother me. And I think that's the attitude of most of the Laramie population. I mean, they might hope when they're in a bar situation, drinking a little, I might even smack them in the face, but then they would just whistle on about their business, you know? Laramie is live and let live.
I'd say that Marge probably knows a lot more, so she's even willing to let on, and we have to respect her for that.
So, where are you going with the story anyway?
We still haven't decided yet. When we're finished, we're going to try and bring it around to Laramie.
Oh, then there are parts I go up to.
Andy Paris.
Today, for the first time, we met someone who actually knew Matthew Shepard, Trish Steger, owner of a shop in town, referred to him as Matt.
Matt used to come into my shop. That's how I knew him.
It was the first time I had heard him referred to as Matt instead of Matthew. Did he go by Matt to everyone?
Well, on the 2nd of October, I get a phone call about 10 after 7.
Dr. O'Connor.
It was Matthew Shepard, and he said, "Can you pick me up at that corner in 3rd and Grand?" So, anyhow, I pulled to the corner to see who Matthew Shepard is, you know. It's a little guy, about 5'2". Soaking wet, I bet you 97 pounds tops. They say he weighed 110, but I wouldn't believe it. They also say he was 5'5" in newspapers, but this man was really about 5'2", maybe even 5'1". So he walks up to the window. Now I'm going to try to go in steps so you could better understand the principle of this man. So he walks up to the window, and I say, "Are you Matthew Shepard?" And he says, "Yeah, I'm Matthew Shepard, but I don't want you to call me Matt or Mr. Shepard. I don't want you to call me anything. My name is Matt, and I want you to know that I'm gay or going to a gay bar. Do you have a problem with that?" And I said, "Well, how you paying?" See, the fact is, Laramie doesn't have any gay bars, and for that matter, neither does Wyoming. So he was hiring me to take him down to Fort Collins, Colorado, which is about an hour away. You know, Matt was a blunt little shit. He always was, but that's why I liked him, because he was straightforward. Maybe gay, but straightforward. You see what I'm saying?
I mean, how does one person ever tell about another? You should really talk to my sister Romaine. She was a really close friend of Matthew's.
We never called him Matthew, actually. Most of the time we just called him Choo Choo. You know, because we used to call him Matt Choo, and then we just called him Choo Choo, I guess. But whenever I think of Matthew, I always think of his incredible beaming smile. You know, he'd just walk into a room and be like, you know, and he'd smile at everybody. He just made you feel great. And he would stare people down in the coffee shop because he wanted to sit on the end seat so he could talk to me while I was working. And if someone else was sitting there, he would sit there and just stare at them until they left, and he would go take his spot. But Matt definitely had a political side to him. I mean, that's all his big interest was watching CNN, MSNBC. I mean, that's the only TV station I ever saw his TV tuned into. Matt was like really smart when it came to political affairs, but not so smart when it came to like common sense stuff. So he moves to Laramie to go to school.
Matthew was very shy when he first came in,
This is John Peacock, Matthew Shepard's academic advisor.
to the point of being somewhat mousy, I'd almost say. He was having some difficulties adjusting, but this was home to him, and he made that quite clear. So his mousiness, his shyness, began to give way to someone who was excited about this journey that he was going to embark on. He was just starting to figure out working in human rights, how he was going to do that, and when this happens, this person begins to bloom a little bit. You know, he was starting to say things like, wow, there are opportunities here. There are things I can do in this world. I can be important.
I actually did speak to Matthew about 48 hours before his attack, and he told me he had just joined the gay and lesbian group on campus, and he said he was really enjoying it. You know, he was getting ready for Pride Week and whatnot. He was just totally stoked about school. Yeah, he was really happy to be there.
And in retrospect, I can only say this in retrospect, of course, I think that's where he was at, towards human rights, which only adds to the irony and tragedy of this.
Let me tell you something else here. There's more gay people in Wyoming than meets eye. I know for a fact. They're not particularly than what you call them, you know, the gay people, you know, the queens, gay people, the run around faggot type people. No, they're the ones that are gonna throw a bell, hey, jump on a horse and brain them and just kick ass. As I would say, you don't want to fuck the Wyoming queer, because they're gonna kick you in your fucking ass. But that's not what I'm trying to say, because I know a lot of gay people in Wyoming. I know a lot of people, period. I've been lived up here some 40-odd years, and I don't think Wyoming people give a damn one way or another, you get her straight. It's what I said. It doesn't matter. See, if there's 8 men and 1 woman in a Wyoming bar, which is not often the case, you gotta stop and think. Who's getting what? Now, geez, it really don't take a big intelligent mind to figure that one out. Come on now.
When I first came here, my understanding was
Catherine Connolly.
that I was the first out gay or lesbian faculty member, and that was in 1992, so it wasn't that long ago. I was asked in my interview what my husband did, and so I kind of came out then. Do you want to hear a funny story? Well, when you first start here, there are all these things you have to do. And so I was in my office, and I noticed that this woman called. And I was expecting it to be like a health insurance phone call or something like that. And so I call her back, and I say, "This is Kathy Connolly, returning your phone call." And she goes, "Oh, it's you." And I thought, "Oh, this is bizarre." She says, I hear you're gay. I hear you are." And I go, "Uh-huh." She says, "I hear you came as a couple. I'm one too. Well, not a couple, just a person." And so she was kind of lesbian who knew I was coming and wanted to meet me right away. Later, she told me that there were other lesbians she knew, but I couldn't be seen with them, that I would irreparably taint them, that just to be seen with me could be a problem.
When I came here, I knew it was going to be hard as a gay man.
Jonas Loneker.
But I kept telling myself, people should live where they want to live, and There would be times I'd go down to Denver and I'd go to gay bars, and people there would ask me where I'm from, and I'd say Laramie, Wyoming. I met so many men down there from Wyoming, so many gay men who'd grown up here, and they're like, I can't live there, and how could you live there? And I had to get out, just grr, grr, grr. But every once in a while, there'd be this guy, like, oh gosh, I really miss Laramie. I mean, I really love it there. That's where I want to live. And they get this starry-eyed look, and I'd say to him, if that's where you want to live, just do it. I mean, imagine if more gay people lived in small towns. But it's easier said than done, of course.
Today we left our motel and headed for the Best Western.
Moisés Kaufman.
My hope is that it is a better Western.
Amanda Greenwich.
Today we divided up to the different churches in the community. Moisés and I were given a Baptist church, and as we got there, we were greeted by the Reverend at the entrance to the chapel. This is what I remembered from his sermon that morning.
My dear brothers and sisters, I have brought you here today to bring to you the word of the Lord. There's a simple truth I like to tell my colleagues. I'm going to tell it to you all today. The word is either sufficient or it is not. Now, scientists tell me that the world is either 5 or 6 billion years old. After all, what's a billion years, give or take?